Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all things Arsenal. I'm going to be touching briefly on a little bit of transfer news that's happened the past couple of days. And also I'm going to put in a comparison towards Arsenal against Tottenham this season, our local rivals. It's going to be a bit of a tasty one that I'm looking forward to, but I'm not in the sense because I think Tottenham might have the slight upper hand in this season. But we'll touch on that a little bit later on in the video. So starting off, it's the transfer news for Arsenal, and no better place to start than with the man himself, Gabriel Jesus, signed from Manchester City a couple of days ago for £45 million. Obviously, the deal was agreed quite early on and got given the here we go by Fabrizio himself. So we was just waiting for that one to go through, really. And it's been seen that he's been given the number 9 shirt. So yeah, on a wage of roughly, I think it's £220,000 a week. So one of the highest paid players at Arsenal. A lot of people questioning the salary, really, but to say he's never got more than 15 goals in a Premier League season. But yeah, he's a player, serial winner, brings a lot of experience, a lot of quality. Obviously, it wasn't ideal going into the season with Nketiah as your only striker, so it was kind of a situation that we had no choice of the matter in. We needed to get a good profile striker, and Gabriel Jesus was the best one available for me, I think. So, good business here from Arsenal. Glad we got it done early as well, which makes it a lot more sweeter on the lips. But yeah, really looking forward to see this man in action. Goes away with the team to Germany soon, and then on to America after that for the pre-season. And yeah, hopefully we can hit the ground running with him next season on the 5th of August at Crystal Palace. So yeah, another person to touch on. We've been linked with this man alongside Manchester United. It is Lisandro Martinez, the multi-role playing player from Ajax. He's known to be able to play the left-back role, left-sided centre-back role, and also CDM. So, as you can see, he's a very versatile player, offers quite a lot of cover for people who get injured. But for me, if we was to sign this man, it'll probably have to be our first choice left back, and push Tierney to either get fit or possibly force him onto the bench, because we can't keep relying on people who can't stay fit for the whole season. It's just not, you can't expect to win things like that. So Tierney last season was kind of a bit part player, relied a little bit on Nuno Tavares. Obviously that didn't really go down well, and then it ended up where we had to put Xhaka at left back for some games, and yeah, it just all went a bit weird. So we need to really try and approach this left-back situation we've got. Also with right-back, we're same with Tomiyasu, but we need to try and get wing-backs, really. But Lisandro Martinez, obviously, with the versatility he's got, can fill them roles quite well. Obviously, the left side of the wing-backs. But the CDM option as well. Obviously, a lot of people wanting rid of Xhaka. So could be a perfect option for us to buy this man, but 50-50 talks between us and Manchester United. Obviously, for me that's a little bit worrying, because Manchester United for me have the upper hand. Obviously, being an Ajax player, he's got close ties to Erik ten Hag, the new Manchester United manager, who obviously knows how he plays like the back of his hand. He was in most of his systems last season. Ran deep in the Champions League, won the league. So, yeah, for me, that's a little bit worrying. Hopefully, we can offer him a bit of an offer that he can't refuse in terms of wages and bonuses. So, we'll see where that one goes in the coming days. But apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, it's a neck-and-neck one, this. So, one I'd like to see get over the line. But not my first choice signing, to be honest. But, yeah. Moving on to solid midfielders, obviously we was linked at the beginning of the window with Yuri Tielemans from Leicester, the Belgian international. For me, I think this one's the one that I want. It's obviously was linked early doors, and it's kind of got my heart set on Tielemans. Obviously, good player, Premier League proven, done a lot for Leicester over the past couple of years, but he's died down this past season. I think it's because he knows he's coming towards the end of his contract, and he really does want that move. He's not settling for a contract extension, so hopefully we can get this one done. It's gone quiet a bit over the past few weeks, but people are saying that might be because Arsenal have already got a deal set in stone for the man. So hopefully that is the case, and we can announce him in the next coming days, maybe the week, so we can get him, if not to Germany, but to America to get playing with the team. So yeah. Moving on to someone who we've had links with, but these links, I don't know if they are very viable. We've got Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio, Serge Milinkovic-Savic. Box-to-box playing midfielder, 27 years of age, 6'3", absolute animal in the middle of the park. So fits the profile of what we need to preferably replace Xhaka. So yeah, this is one that I'd like to see get done. If Tielemans don't get done, this has got to be the man that gets done instead. I think the asking price is somewhere around the 60 million mark from Lazio, so we'll see how that one goes. Obviously, it's a bit steep on the budget that we got, but turns out we've only really signed Jesus, other than Marquinhos and Fabio Vieira, but the only big signing really is obviously Jesus, and we got him for 45 million. So there's still quite a bit left in the purse, but yeah, we really need to be getting at least, I'd say, 3 more players in this summer window, really. One of them definitely being a box-to-box midfielder for me. So yeah, he's also in with a shout. We've got Aaron Hickey, obviously not the news we want to hear as an Arsenal fan. Obviously, we were linked with him from Bologna, where we bought Tomiyasu from. Tomiyasu has come to be somewhat a good player. Obviously, only his first season, so he's got a lot to prove in terms of the consistency side of his game. But yeah, Aaron Hickey signed a 5-year deal with Brentford. He was seen in London completing a medical for Brentford, and it's agreed to 22 million euros, and that's all including the add-ons. So I think it works out about 14 million, I think it was, without the add-ons. So roughly the same price that was quoted to Arsenal, but I just don't think we was willing to pay it for the 19-year-old. So yeah, I missed out on that one. One that is really getting on my nerves, I can't lie. It's the man we know as Serge Gnabry. Obviously, left Arsenal previously to go to Bayern Munich. Had a successful time there. So yeah, for me, we have to get this man, especially as we lost out on Rafinha. So I think Serge Gnabry is one that we must get. The price tag's going to be a little bit less than it would have been for Rafinha, but obviously the wages will be a bit more with Gnabry having that Champions League experience. Obviously, he's a winner over in Germany with Bayern Munich. So, yeah, we need him just to add depth to the squad, really. Saka, we can't run him into the ground like we have previously with our young players like Fabregas, Jack Wilshere. Obviously, that kind of came off a bit bad for him, and his career really got injury prone. So we need to avoid that at all costs with Saka, because he is a very good young prospect and young talent that we've got in our squad. So for me, I think Serge Gnabry is one that we have to get done, but I can't see us doing it. So it's another one we might miss out on. A little bit disappointing, but hopefully we get him. Window's not over yet, but the business I want it to be done before the pre-season tour, really, which is in the next week or so. So for me, I think in order for it to be a successful window, we need to be getting about 3 more signings in before the pre-season tour, just so we get the numbers. Obviously, it's not just about getting numbers, it's all about getting quality players as well. So for me, I think that one's quite crucial. The Gnabry one, I think if I had to rate 3 transfers in order of which one I want first and which one I want last, I would probably say Tielemans my priority. Then followed by, I'd say, Martinez, and then followed by probably Gnabry, to be honest, yeah, in that order. Just because if you look at them 3 signings, you cover Lissandro can cover the centre-back, left-back and CDM role. Tielemans is obviously the box-to-box midfielder with Premier League experience. And then Gnabry, as you already know, left Arsenal serial winner. So yeah. Moving on to the next topic, obviously my Premier League predictions for Arsenal. And I'm going to compare him to Tottenham, obviously our biggest rival. North London rivalry, one in red, one in white. For me, first and second's clearly given to Man City and Liverpool, and I think if third spot was to be given to anyone, based off last season's finishings and how the transfer window's summing up for every team in the top 6, I'll probably give that third spot to Tottenham, to be honest. It's a little bit annoying, but it's the world as Arsenal fans live in now. We've gone from being a dominant force in London to probably second string behind Chelsea. Maybe even become third string soon behind Tottenham if they carry on going the way they're going like they have this summer. Signing 3 or 4 key players. Obviously, Sam Richarlison from Everton. That's a big miss for Everton, but I think Richarlison had to do it for his career. Obviously, it's going to be a hard one because Tottenham's front 3 of Kulusevski, Kane and Son. I think Richarlison's going there to be second string, which isn't ideal being a first team player at Everton. Obviously, World Cup coming up, but it is what it is. Then you've got Ivan Perisic, obviously left back, came from Inter Milan, left wing back, signed from Inter Milan. You've also got Yves Bissouma from Brighton. That one, I think that rocked the transfer window completely. I think that's got to be transfer of the summer so far for me. But yeah, it's really, really frightening to see Tottenham doing what they're doing in the transfer market. And to put the icing on the cake for them and to make things more daunting for us, they've got a world-class manager in Conte. So yeah, it's one of them. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But hopefully we can get these signings done and get us over the line. I think if I had to put a position on where we'll finish, I'd say 5th. But I want Champions League football. Desperately want Champions League football. Been out of it too long now. We went from not being able to not getting it. Like, we was finishing in the top 4 consistently under Wenger. Obviously, I think that was one of his main targets, to pay off the stadium. Just keep getting Champions League football. And now it's just become a normality to be in Europa League or even not even in Europe anymore. So, for me, Champions League's a must. And I think it's a must for Arteta as well, especially if he spends 100 million more in this summer transfer window. He can't use the excuse of he's not got his players now. So, for me, it's got to happen. But yeah, that's everything Arsenal, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and a few comments if you wish. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.